event, we need a good at least 18 months. But of course, why are we pushing so fast, so hard for this event within the 10 months is because of the urgency to launch this event. Because it's very timely for us to launch what we call the leading event for Industry 4.0. And when we started this, there's 3 key considerations towards our vision. One is to look at this platform, Industrial Transformation Asia Pacific, has to be a very strategic platform where we welcome industry leaders like yourself, from the media, from government agencies, to look forward. It's more on the forward thinking, where it is shaped for industry leaders to support the whole digitalization journey. And of course, it's especially designed and curated to help companies in Asia Pacific to start thinking, start, scale, and once you start, you need to be sustainable for your transformation initiative. And of course, lastly, this is also, it brings together the whole ecosystem of players and communities to network, to collaborate, and to share ideas among each other. As you can see from this article from Deloitte, Asia Pacific region is expected to surpass Europe when we talk about the manufacturing activities in the region. So Asia Pacific, there's a lot of activities going on right now, right? And there is a lot of opportunity for us then to start thinking. And of course, I also mentioned earlier on that Industry 4.0 has been very advanced in the Europe side, right? And the launch of this event is going to be very timely because not just from the business's point of view, but also from a government agency point of view, that Industry 4.0 has become a national agenda. So in Europe in 2011, US, Germany, UK started Industry 4.0 initiative. Then for China, started in 2014 together with Korea. In 2015, this is where Japan started their Industry 4.0. And 1 year later, Singapore also started Industry 4.0. This year itself, other than that is Thailand in 2016, and this year itself, Indonesia started their Industry 4.0 in April this year. This month, Malaysia. So, and of course, moving forward with countries like Philippines and Vietnam, we are very hopeful that you will start thinking along the way of Industry 4.0. And I had a short chat with Juliet earlier on. Juliet is also a business owner for the spices manufacturing, and she's very forward-looking. She told me something that the reason why she's here is also to look at understanding the event and knowing the fact that this event will bring forward a full suite of solution providers that has Industry 4.0 in mind, and she is forward-thinking. She wants to upgrade. Right? She wants to look at solutions that can help her businesses. Right? So this is good. Right? And with that itself, the manufacturing sector right now in Asia Pacific, everybody, when the first question I asked, have you heard about Industry 4.0? It's no surprising that, majority of us don't even know about Industry 4.0. Some of us would have heard about Industry 4.0, but do we really know how to start the journey? I bet majority of the companies in Asia Pacific don't know how to start. Right? That's why there's 3 levels of adoption. First, what we call the beginners. I will name it as new entrants. Majority of the companies in Asia Pacific heard about Industry 4.0, but they don't know how to start. They need some help. You have the second tier, which is the early adopters, company who started certain pilot runs, certain form of automation, but not the full spectrum. Okay, so maybe Juliet might fall within the range of the red and the orange. So this is where you are also one of the key buyers that we should be looking at. Right? Then of course, lastly we have trailblazers. These are your market leaders. So I would like to use Bosch. Bosch is very unique brand. Why? Bosch is also my seller, that means exhibitor, who has Industry 4.0 solution. But on the other hand, Bosch is also my buyer, because you manufactured certain products that you are always forward-looking, and you have good solutions that can help your factory to automate. So you belong to trailblazers. You're the market leaders. You know what is best for your factory. So it's a hybrid, right? So these are the buyers that we are looking at: beginners, early adopters, and trailblazers. And therefore, Industrial Transformation Asia Pacific, a Hannover Messe event, is a curated platform for this group of buyers, because there is a need for this region. And it serves as a catalyst for Industry 4.0 thinking, and of course getting the inspiration from Hannover Messe as well. When we started this is also powered by industry experts. So, of course, we are very fortunate to have the support from our government agency in Singapore. Then we have the support from the industries, from the captains of the industries, from the associations, from the government agencies as well. And I'm very glad again, Bosch is also one of them that sits on board as part of the advisory committee. So the event itself, if today I were to tell you that this is an exhibition, then no point coming to Singapore next month. Okay? This is not just an exhibition. Okay? That's why I must stress, this is not just another trade expo and conference. This event is unique because we have 5 main focus. First, we can't run away with the exhibition. So again, we will have an exhibition showcasing 4 main exhibit profile: industrial automation solutions, additive manufacturing solutions, digital factory, mainly on the software, smart intralogistics. So these are the 4 key pillars for the exhibition. On the right, we have the content that will inspire the learning, mainly on the conferences. So we're going to have like Industrial Transformation Future of Manufacturing Summit, Global Additive Manufacturing Summit, Manufacturing Standards, that is very important as well, which a lot of people actually neglected. And then of course we also have something new, is an initiative by SingX called the Interchange. So even today, after this, if you are interested, you can also join us as a member. And what does this interchange do for you? It's a 24/7, 365 days, where we encourage the buyer and the seller to be on a common platform to do trading, connect, engage, and to do trading 24/7. So that means after the event itself, you can also continue your collaboration. And with that, we have the on-site sandbox where we enable networking. So a sandbox is a place where innovators, solution providers can share about their solution, and encourages networking opportunity. And of course, lastly, is the learning journey that will deepen the true understanding about what is Industry 4.0, the level of adoption that you are right now, and I will share a little bit more later for this learning journey. So the event platform itself, for a start, we are looking at 20,000 square meter at Singapore Expo, Hall 1 and 2. As you can see, there's 4 main color zones. We have the smart logistics, additive manufacturing, digital factory, and industrial automation. 1 entrance, 1 exit. So if you realize, we work like an IKEA concept. Have you ever been to IKEA? IKEA, right? The furniture shop. IKEA, right? So once you go in, you cannot go out, right? So you must go to the end. So similar, if you realize, once you go in, you need to go to Hall 2. So we are making everybody to visit all the booths, right? And of course, also we have a lot of activities. Gateway to Industry 4.0, so that you can understand more about what is Industry 4.0. You have your sandboxes for sharing. Learning labs are mainly live demonstration. So it's a zone with smart logistics, with collaborative robot, how robots can work together with humans. And of course, at the back, you have conferences. We have even consultation clinics as well. So this event itself, for a start, we have more than 200 companies, 14 countries represented. So these are the brands. These are just some of the brands that will be coming. So I guess a lot of big brands you will know. Most of them would have offices in the Philippines as well. Okay. So this is how it has been segmentized, 4 key focus segments. And this gives us a summary of 215 companies, 14 countries represented, 5 country pavilion, namely Germany, Japan, India, Malaysia, and Singapore. Okay? And of course, we target 12 targeted industry sectors. So all these verticals, in terms of the exhibitors, or I call it the seller, would have informed us who are the buyer they want to see. So for example, food, semiconductor, our exhibitors would like to meet members from the semiconductor, from the food industries to attend this event, so that there is a form of networking opportunity. And what's on show for, these are some of the selected brands who will feature the solutions. And of course for Siemens, they are one of the, in fact, the biggest exhibitor who take up 700 square meter for a start. And these are some of the brands exhibited with new product launches as well. So they launch new products. For example, in Singapore, one of the big brands will be SP Engineering. It's a government-owned company. They're going to launch what we call AGVs, Automated Guided Vehicles. So new range of vehicles, mainly for the smart warehousing solutions. And this is the buyer group. So as I mentioned, 12 targeted industry sectors. If you belong to automotive, electrical and electronics, pharmaceutical, aerospace, food and beverage, semiconductor, oil and gas, energy, logistics, so on and so forth, we want you. We want the buyers to come to this event. So 3 days, we are looking at 10,000 attendees. Over 30 countries we are expecting, and 12 industry sectors. In terms of the content for the conference, it's a 3 days event, 16 to 18 October. But when we started this, it became a week activities. So first, on the 15th itself, we're going to have 2 off-site events. First is the fundamental of additive manufacturing certification. So for those who are interested in 3D printing, they want to have certain form of certification, they may join for the examination. We're going to have an A-STAR. This is a research R&D, similar to, it's actually a government-owned research institutions, together with German Federal Ministry of Education and Research. We're going to do a blockchain workshop. Right, then on the first day itself, on the 16th October, we're going to have an opening ceremony. Our guest of honor will be our Deputy Prime Minister Tharman, and then followed with an ASEAN Ministerial Dialogue. Okay. This ASEAN Ministerial Dialogue is because our government has actually extended the invitation to all the ministers, including Philippines, for the Ministry of Industry to join us to discuss about Industry 4.0 adoption in your country. Right? So in every country like Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, 5 countries, the ministers are encouraged to attend so that we can have an ASEAN Ministerial Dialogue. Right now we have Singapore, we have Indonesia, who has already accepted. Thailand is on the way, and Philippines and Vietnam as well. So we will keep you posted. We will like to have the ASEAN Ministerial Dialogue. Then of course we have a Future of Manufacturing Summit over 2 days, together with an Industrial Internet of Things Forum, a Global Additive Manufacturing Summit that cuts across 2 days, together with the manufacturing standards. And also technical tours that goes around 11 places. So some of the key brands will showcase their smart factory solutions. So delegates or buyers can also attend and understand a bit more about what is Industry 4.0. So the key consideration for the conference itself is, firstly, a lot of people got a misunderstanding. Conception is that Industry 4.0 has to do with only technology. Do you agree? Industry 4.0 only focus on technology. Wonderful. You are in the right place. Everybody understand, right? Industry 4.0 is not just technology. It is only part of what we call technology, but there are also 2 other focus that we should be looking at. Processes. We look at organization, because today, for example, if Juliet, you want to implement Industry 4.0, but if your engineers, your production workers, won't even understand, then what's the point of implementing, right? So it must be a step-by-step approach. So no point having a wonderful solution, but yet internally nobody knows how to use it. There is a waste of investment, right? So upgrading skill set, send workers for training, all this have become very important, critical role to ensure that Industry 4.0 is a success in your organization. Change management, right? Organization must forward-looking. So I'm glad you're so forward-looking. But of course, the next thing is the people in your organization need to think like you, right? So that they can move ahead with technology, right? Then of course, in terms of the conference, context is always king. The context must be Asia-focused. No point bringing a concept in Europe and putting it in Asia-Pacific. It doesn't work. It must be Asia-specific. And of course, the stories for the front lines, like case studies, stories from early adopters who have started Industry 4.0, and of course, with examples from relevant industry sectors. So 3 days, over 100 speakers, both local and international speakers. We have 15 countries representative, over 14 panel sessions, 15 fireside chats, and 5 in the spotlight sessions. So these are some of the lineup of selected speakers. So like I mentioned, we have also invited your minister, from the trade industry from Philippines as well. So we're still waiting for him to accept the invitation. Day 1, some of the keynote speakers. Day 2 itself. And day 3. So I also mentioned a little bit about interchange earlier on, and it is very useful for any businesses, especially in the manufacturing space, especially for companies who are really looking at Industry 4.0. So this interchange, what we call O2O, is online to offline. So the whole idea is to encourage industry pioneers, innovators, solution providers, and the buyers to connect, engage, and to do trading. 365 days. The whole idea is again for buyers to share and to solve current industry challenges, all in a very trusted and collaborative manner. So how does it work? I'll give you an example here. So this gentleman is responsible for the factory in Malaysia, right? He specializes in SMT manufacturing. He get connected via the website Industrial Transformation Asia Pac and also Interchange. So he signed up as a member and he went to attend the expert forum in the Interchange, right? And he himself, as a buyer, has a lot of challenges in his factory. So he actually posted his challenges and the solution provider, in this case like Bosch, Siemens, who can actually take a look at his challenges and approach him. Hi, Mr. Lee, I understand you have this issue in your factory. Let Bosch help you, let Siemens help you, because we have the solution for you. Right? I'm quoting an example. Right? From there, then we would like to encourage this case study to be tested on site during industrial transformation, 16 to 18 October, right? Where we encourage the buyer to share about their challenges. More solution providers can join in at the sandbox and to offer their solution to this buyer. Right? And even after the event, you can continue the collaboration, be it whether online or offline. You can arrange meeting with him, right? Go to his factory, take a look, and offer him the solution. This is the unique part about this interchange. And some of us, in fact, some of our friends have already feedback that, hey, Interchange seems like LinkedIn and Facebook, right? Why? Because of the color, right? Blue color, similar to LinkedIn and Facebook. But we are not LinkedIn and Facebook. Okay, first, the big difference is we only want real buyer and seller. We want businesses, real business. Secondly, I don't want the masses. I don't need 100,000, 200,000 members. Useless. Why? We are not focused. We need to be focused. So right now, when we started this in April, we have about close to 400 members who really engage, day-to-day basis, who talks about real business. And this is what we want to achieve. And of course, having this case study to be implemented during Industrial Transformation Asia Pac will be even more effective and fruitful for the businesses. And I mentioned a little bit about the learning journey and how this event is going to be different. We are the first and only event to organize what we call learning journey. And the whole idea is to specially design to help first our seller, that means exhibitors, to identify the level of needs from our buyer. So in this case, we have these 3 stickers. I mentioned about the level of adoption. So for example, if you belong to the new entrants or early adopters, we will also batch you. So during the event next month, all the attendees that come to our event, we will ask you some simple questions. Like, have you heard about Industry 4.0? Are you ready to implement Industry 4.0? So and so forth. So again, I like to use Juliet, right? So Juliet will probably most likely fall in this orange category because you heard about Industry 4.0. You are very forward thinking, but now is how do I implement, right? So I will then give you a sticker. So be prepared next month, I will give you a sticker, right, on your chest here. So that when you enter to the hall, all the solution providers will be able to have a sensing of where the level of needs you are right now. And the seller can actually customize to your needs. So it's easier for buyer and seller to connect. So we are going to have the 3 stickers, right, to identify. And how does that work? So at the hall itself, when you enter to the hall 1, first you'll get to see what we call the gateway to Industry 4.0. So it is like a museum, a gallery. So when you enter, if you're interested, you can go in to understand what is Industry 4.0 from 1.0 to 4.0, what are success stories, and how do I even implement. Okay? And after which, You can also attend the sandboxes where I mentioned about companies sharing about innovation solutions, exchanging of ideas, and the live demonstration on smart logistics and also collaborative robots. And at the back, this is where the conferences. And once the attendee goes in, network, talk to people, understand about what is Industry 4.0, and maybe some of the buyer might be interested now. Okay, now I more or less understand what is Industry 4.0, it gets me excited. I want to start my transformation journey. So how do I do that? Before you exit from IKEA, you will have a consultation clinic. So there will be some consultants at the near the exit where they can help you to customize the solution, your programs as well. Okay, so this is the whole learning journey curation from entrance to exit.